You know the type of hot rod shop that has a ton of projects of their own to do, but they always end up seeming to work on someone else's? Well, that's us. As soon as we get started on one of our projects, something else comes in and somebody else is working on it. That's a car man's life. Then we realized if we're ever going to get anything of our own done, we got to make a change. So we made a list. We made a list of all the stuff we needed to do and everything of ours we wanted to work on and stuff around the shop we needed to do. And one by one, we're going to get them knocked off. We're 256 Garage. Okay, so what showed up on our list is remove this old shop heater and clean out this corner. We got this old 57 that's been sitting here out of the way finally. So it's actually a good time for this to pop up on the list. But we'll get back here and start cleaning everything up. Kind of get these old barrels out of here and old cans and makeshift tables. Get this heater out of here. Get everything positioned up and make everything look nice. Not the first project on the list. The first project was actually Drake's bumper on his Mustang, because started filling out the list last week and that was one on there, and I thought, well, let me just pull his in there and put that bumper on. So I've actually done started on the list. This will be the second item, but let's get to work. Okay, we're not really into reviewing items or comparing tools or anything like that. Of course, if we get something or we find something we like, we'll show you about it. But I just want to, there is something here on these two different sets of wheel jacks, go jacks, whatever you want to call them. But there's a big difference in them. The yellow one is from Harbor Freight, the red one's from Mack. And I'm going to show you a little closer review of them and tell you the difference. And if you're watching the video, when I have the truck, I'll have the truck on the red ones and the Comet on the yellow ones. The difference in maneuvering them, if you can see it on the video or not. I mean, you'll be able, I can feel it moving it, but let's give it a little review. Okay, I want to give you a little view of them up close. Like I said, the red one, it's Mack. Drake bought them brand new off the Mack tool truck. The yellow ones, it's a Daytona. I don't know, it come from, if that's the brand, it come from Harbor Freight anyway. Bought these new from Harbor Freight. The yellow one here, the Harbor Freight one, it's a mechanical. It works mechanical up and down. The Mack one is hydraulic, got a cylinder on it. Well, not long after he had them, we had to go ahead and send one of them back because it didn't work. And now one of them leaks down. The mechanical ones, we ain't had a bit of problem with them. Of course, it's mechanical, so you know you ain't gonna have the problem that you will with a cylinder. But you can put both of these under the same car and say that Comet, and you can push that Comet around twice as easy with those yellow ones as you can these red ones. And I'm not saying these red ones are bad. I mean, they're good, they work okay, but they don't work nothing like the Harbor Freight ones. But that's just a little review. Like I said, I'm not saying, you know, Mack ones are bad, but if I had the choice, those are cheaper and they're better. I'd a lot rather have the Harbor Freight one as the Mack ones. If we buy another new set, it'll be a set of them, not the Mack ones. Like I said, that's just our review on them. Well, we're getting her cleaned up. Got the two motors sitting over there in the corner. Jameson's dirt bike frame, he's got paint in the parts. He's got to get started back on that one day. TIG welder, toolbox. Got our metal bending machine here. This makes like good channels for windshields and stuff like that. We used it to make them channels for the back glass in that Nova. Spilled some oil here, but we got the heater out of the way. Just got to plug that hole up. But we're getting her cleaned up. We'll get this old mess cleaned up and swept up. Then we'll start getting stuff lined up in here, making it look like a shop. Okay, we got this corner over here in pretty good shape. Still got to get that, where that oil dries, dry that oil up. We'll get it scooped up, straightened up. Then, see how you got one parked that way, we got one parked this way. We're going to try to move them around a little bit, get everything lined up. Then maybe we'll get this side right through here kind of open and can work in it better. But we're going to get some, get the go jacks ready and kind of move some vehicles around. Got them two lined up. That looks a lot better. Now we can kind of sweep and clean up over there. But I don't know if you could really tell it, but like I was saying about the Go-Jacks, those yellow ones, I'm out of breath now. Got to catch back up. Those yellow ones with that Comet, with that Voodoo transmission in it, the Voodoo and the 6-speed, it's a lot heavier than that truck, but it rolls a lot easier on those Harbor Freights than just that truck frame and cab. I mean, that's all there is. There's no wiring, no nothing. A cab and a frame with suspension. And it don't, like I said, you might not really tell it in the video, but it was a lot harder to push with those than it was with the Mack ones than it was with the Harbor Freight. The Harbor Freight jack, release, go up, everything a lot better than the Mack ones. And the Mack ones being higher, I just don't understand it. It was really a big disappointment in them. But let's get back to sweeping and cleaning up. And this is what she looks like. Got the Comet in the truck pushed over that way. Got all this cleared up. Got to get that door out of here, but I wasn't sure if Drake needs a couple pieces off of it or not. Then we got some garbage to haul out. But we got it all cleaned up. I mean, we could put 2 more cars right here easy. Could really get 3, but I mean 2 to work around them real good. And then there's room still get around the truck. Room to get around the Comet, both sides. I brought my little carburetor stand in here, working on a little carburetor. Got room for it. Everything's cleaned up good. All looks good. I know this wasn't a very exciting video, but hey, it's on the list. If I pick something on the list, we have to finish it. And we needed this done. That heater that was right there has been in the way forever, and junk would just get piled around it. Well, now we've got a whole car and a truck sitting in an area that was kind of piled up just because of that heater. And then that cleared all this out, so Drake can get a couple cars in here for next week, and then still get a couple cars on this side and got the one on the lift and have all this open. So anyway, that's number 2 on the list. Or well, that's actually number 47 or 48, I can't remember, but it's the second thing we've done off the list. So just keep checking on us. We're going to knock this list out one at a time, probably add to it as we go. Thanks everybody for viewing.